should have one of those caps on the top of liquor, which happens a lot here.
So let me tell you what happened today.
Okay.
Earlier, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Stella was working.
Stella, okay.
So Stella was up
earlier
there.
this morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I didn't
okay?
know. I come here all the time. Like, I come here all the time. And, you know, I thought I had a good repertoire with Stella and everything like that. But he came in and helped me with a couple of cases of water.
Like it, you know, don't get sweaty. You know, thank you for that.
So he goes right, and we ring them up, and he goes and he's wheeling them out. But I wasn't standing like right next to him, and he's wheeling them out. Stuff stops him. I need to see your receipt. Like what? I'm sorry. What? What's happening here?
Did she, when you, I'm sorry to interrupt, I don't mean to. When you rang them up, because obviously you rang them up for, did you put a little, did they put a little green sticker on them?
No, she was the one at the
thing doing it. Okay, so
but she was whatever, you know, occupied. But you guys have seen me a million times over. I've had talks with her and everything else. What makes you think I'm going to walk out of here and not pay for my water? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's
like
3
water's
cases
the
of
one
water.
thing you want to take anyway.
That's it. Like if I'm going to steal something, it's going to be wood.
Is it frozen? Oh, I mean, you know it's. He's got jokes. I go, is it frozen? He's like, nope. Get it? Yeah. So the only thing I can think of, and this is, I'm not making any excuses for her because she did just come back after 2 months of being gone. We did institute policy when she was gone, and she's having a very hard time with it. Our courtesy clerks, because in the morning we have 12 mentally challenged or mentally handicapped courtesy clerks. So a lot of our autistic clientele and them work better with colors. So we have these things called bob stickers. And anything under the basket that cannot go in a bag has to get a bob sticker. That lets us know that they've been rang up, somebody's helped them or assisted them, and they've already been rang up and paid for it. Now, a bunch of them have worked in stores where they have an actual security guard, and that's what the security guard looks for too, is to see if they have a sticker. If they do, if they don't, unfortunately.
It's just 3 cases.
So yeah, and so she just stopped you guys, like
it was literally
in full in front of everybody.
No, yes, and it was him. It was him. No, I need to see your receipts. And I went, whoa.
And you were like right there.
I wasn't right beside him,
but you were close.
I then stepped in and I went, whoa, I have never ever been stopped.
Yeah, that's
for
ridiculous.
anything.
I've never seen her stopped.
So then he's walking out and I said, no, this isn't right. This is not right. This is not okay. This needs to be addressed. I felt like it was very, very racist. So we go up to the front desk and I don't know the manager's name that was here earlier.
There's probably like 6 of them.
New.
Okay.
He's new. I don't know. He came from Texas. He says. So, anyhow, Kathy was up there. Super nice. And then I don't know the other lady that was up there, but this is very telling because a black man came up and said, oh, you're talking about that one? Yeah, I don't know if they're either. She said that to me too. My mom would have been shocked because of this, and I went, whoa. So then the manager comes up, and I thought, this is the craziest thing. Right? He never even apologized for the behavior, or I'm sorry you had that bad experience, I'm sorry that happened to you. He literally just went on well, I'll have to do an investigation. And I'm like, that's what a white guy would say. I'm serious. That's what white people say. That's
I know.
Excuse.
I've been my exes, we are straight from overseas Somalian. I speak Somalian, and they're always like, that's the white girl speaks Somalian. Like, I'm like, Makajale. And they're like, what the heck? But, you know, I mean, I've gotten it all my life being with other people, but interracial, so it's...
But you see, when you see it, and you say something about it, when I said something to that manager, and I said, wait a minute, I didn't call you over here. I said, your employees said we need to speak to the manager. And his behavior was like, you know, let's just not even go there. That's not what this is. And I'm like thinking, you know what, that just makes you feel uncomfortable. That is exactly what that is. This is racism, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. And he's like, well, I have to do an investigation. And that's all it was. He did not care. So when we came in here tonight, we were probably, you know, I'll say dressed down earlier. When we came in here tonight, I literally went and I got some dish soap. And I went and I rang it up. And I I did not put it in the bag purposely. I made sure I shoved my receipt in my bag, and I'm walking out like this with the thing. You know what? I wasn't stopped. I was outside.
I got an FDM.
Okay. No, don't be. I just have to make one little thing right over the intercom, but I want to finish this. Hold on. Go ahead.
I like
I want to address multiple things on this, and I'm glad that you came back in, and I'm glad that I'm actually here so you can tell me this, because this is very, very important. I've worked with Stella and her husband both for multiple stores, and I've never seen anything that I would classify as racism with Stella, but I do classify CTV a lot with her. We have a lot of. She always feels like she can't do anything, or she's going to get in trouble for everything. She really is, what's the word I'm looking for right now? She's overwhelmed, and a lot of her steps and actions are not correct. And that's no excuse for what happened this morning, and I do apologize, because this is a grocery store, and without you guys, there is no us. And we need to get back to the basics and remember that, And everybody's, situation is different, but there's no way in heck that anybody wants to feel uncomfortable when they come to the grocery store. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sorry you had to go through that, because if somebody came at me and was like, let me see my receipt, we just had it happen. Myself personally, my husband is been on a vacation, we'll say 13 years, got full tats, and we were in Home Depot. I paid for something in self-checkout. I went to go outside, and the guy stood in front of me and goes, are you going to pay for that? I was like, excuse me, I just did right there. And he goes, oh, I thought you were with him. And I go, and he's going to pay for that too. I was like, what are you? And he goes, well, we just deal with a lot of people with tattoos that don't pay for stuff. I said, what did you just say? And he goes, what?
So because you're
all thinking it, I'm the one who said it. And I'm like, for the first time, I was like, wow, I was like, wow, your mama didn't hug you enough as a child. I just say
didn't get enough love.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your mama sent you out to play with the doll.
I have to say, I think what was so telling about the situation is, like, he thought there was something wrong, but he's like, no, I'm going to let it go and, like, leave the store. And I went, no,
I'm
that's
glad
not okay.
you didn't,
But because we
can't
got
learn
there,
from it.
there was another black man, never met him in my life, don't know who it was, but he said the same thing happens to me. The same exact thing, because my mom won't even come in here and go shopping because of that. And one of the ladies behind the desk says, is that why you always come up here and buy your stuff up here?
And what he said, he said, yep.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I
and
know
that's
exactly
why
who the man is too when you
yeah,
said
the black man, he always comes in there. Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit taller than me. His hair's kind of dreadlocked. I mean, braided on the side.
whatever, yeah.
Kind of muscular.
But he always goes to the desk because he said he experienced the same thing. And he goes, because y'all are experiencing this, that's why I'm speaking out right now. Because it happened to me and my mom won't even come back in here. Now that's telling.
Oh no, that's definitely
That's
telling.
really
She
telling.
did it to, I don't know if you know what Instacart is. Do you know what Instacart is?
It's like, what's Uber Eats or something?
Correct.
Okay.
They get, I do it multiple times a day, so like it's like a side hustle, You get
I thought about doing it, I just don't know how.
It's fun because I work for Fry's, so I just come into Fry's, I shop for something, I go deliver. It's awesome. So there's an Instacart order, in her self-checkout the other day, and she's watching this man like a hawk, and I'm like, I go over and say hello to him. I know him. We both do Instacart. Besides that, I've seen him in our store 100 times. So I'll say, hey, how are you? If you need any help, let me know. And she's like, no, just back up for me. I'm just watching. And I said, for what? Like, she's like, well, look at how long it's taken. I said, he's doing Instacart. Leave him alone. And he's like, no, there's something off. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I said, your intuition is wrong. She goes, no, he's been doing this all the time. And I said, so I was like, hey, fam, how long have you been coming in the store? And he's like, we moved on this side of town last week. So I was like, honey, it's not the same person. And she was like, he's not the same guy from before I went and had surgery. And I'm like, no, he just moved in this week. And I'm like, you gotta stop
Something's
that
wrong with her
mentality.
here. I don't
She's
know,
very
something's
D
wrong
to
with
D, and you just can't. But I was like, I know him personally. Like, I talk to him every day. You know what I'm saying? She goes,
Something's really off there.
He always asks me to ring up stuff. He wants me to take off the tags before he rings it up for me. He's trying to steal something.
And we're still talking about the lady that did this to me, Stella.
Yes. So
Something's wrong with her brain. Like,
she
seriously,
is.
something's wrong with her brain.
So, and now I'm seeing a little bit because I don't want you to think it's just you or anybody else of color. It is seriously because this guy was white, but she just was like, she is this person and he doesn't. And I said,
But
so
I think-
what if it is that he wants to make sure to take off the security device so he doesn't accidentally bring it home? She goes, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, that's why he should
She
be
can't think
asking
outside
me.
the box for anything. I just thought it was very strange how she stopped him. I've never seen that before. It's
I've never
never
seen
happened.
it either,
I have been
so-
coming
and
to
I'll
the
be
store
sure
for,
it doesn't happen
I want to
again.
say 3 years, but you guys haven't been open for 3 years. Because I've
Almost.
lived on, I know.
Almost.
So I've lived on this side for 3 years, but since it's opened, I've been coming here, and I've never, ever, ever had that happen to me. I've
And
never
I
been
don't
stopped.
ever want you or anybody else to ever have that
But
happen
then to go up to the
again.
desk,
And
the
have
ladies
that
were very
happen
nice.
too.
But the manager couldn't even care.
Which one was
Couldn't even
was
care
it?
less.
Dark hair or light hair? Did he have a red vest on like me?
No, he was about 6'2", 6'1", dark hair like yours.
He's new.
But he
One of
didn't
the
have
girls
a.
said he's
he
new.
did-
Like he's
oh,
new here.
okay. So I know who
He's
okay,
new,
I think I
and
do.
he's. Oh, I've worked all
He
over.